telephone, and the telephone, and the telephone. Come out, Virginia, come down the stairs. Hell, I know you're headed somewhere. Come out, Virginia, what you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Got your ball gown on and you lock the door, and you lock the door, and you lock the door.
I always do this, but I always want to say good morning, but it's the afternoon, so good afternoon. Went for a nice walk on the beach this morning, which you can track your steps in the health app on your phone if you have an iPhone. Look at that, we're at 7,439 steps. I know I feel like I've said this a million times, but after just the crazy fun chaos of the book, it's just so nice to be in a rhythm again. So anyway, quick little update. I feel like I have so much to update you on, but I was gonna get my corrective exercise specialization. I'm gonna set you down. Every 2 years, you have to submit more continued education, which I love NASM for that. But corrective exercise it's just a really extensive program, and I love learning about it, and I want to become a corrective exercise specialist. But I just asked myself, I was like, even if I started studying, in the upcoming year and got it, in the upcoming year, there's nothing wrong with that. But should I try to do that before my deadline right now, since I already had to have it extended and everything like that, just because the book, it was just so crazy. Like the book deadline was right up against my recertification deadline. So it was just insane. To me, that's just using wisdom, and you can't really, there's no like right or wrong answer. There's no, you have to do this, or it's this path or this path. So with that, which I'm so excited because it's just reignited my love for just learning about all this. So I actually took a breath course. So breathing for exercise and just breath in general, which is so funny because, as you know, I got my tongue tie released earlier this year, and it's all connected because I've been able to breathe so much easier. I now understand so much more about our diaphragm, our pelvic floor, our tongue, how our nasal breathing affects our body, how it taps into, it upregulates our parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest, because of your vagus nerve. It's a cranial nerve. And so it's so fascinating. Anyway, right now we are going to make a little electrolyte drink, which let's just go ahead. I think we're gonna do, what if I mix them? Stop, orange raspberry. Wait, did I just get a genius idea? Should I just mix them? Okay, hold on. Let me get we're gonna do our ice. Why have I never done that? Okay, anyway. So we're gonna do a raspberry orange. Ooh. I mean, I love all the flavors, and the chocolate is so good, but I ran out. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I found a random, I think it's, wait, what is it? Oh, the grapefruit. It was a summer, it's not available. It's a summer limited edition flavor, but I found one like in my stash. And that was the flavor that I used like every day and that I drank when I was writing the book. So it was just very reminiscent of summer to me. It was really fun. So I do want to thank Element for sponsoring this video. As you know, I love Element. Electrolytes are so important for our metabolic health. Electrolytes, we need them to make hormones. Our cells literally need them to conduct energy, make energy, and make hormones. They're so important. Magnesium, potassium, and sodium are really just, they're really like the core, the three that are super, super important. Magnesium, that really helps to upregulate our parasympathetic nervous system. So that's gonna be your rest and digest. And even if you have, it can actually help you like with bowel movements because it helps to relax everything. And then of course, which we wanna make sure that we are, having regular bowel movements every day, because that's one of the ways that our body detoxes. So it's really important. If you're struggling in that area, very, 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 very helpful. Same thing with your muscle, just relaxation. If you're having cramps, this can be really helpful during your workout to take during your workout so that you can avoid that. Potassium allows water to enter into the cell, helps with fluid regulation. Same thing with sodium, our blood pressure. It's so important, especially if you get headaches too. If you're finding that you're drinking a ton of water and you're chronically and constantly getting headaches, your electrolytes, when we drink too much water, we can actually flush out those precious minerals. So making sure that you have your electrolytes, it's just the best. So you can go to drinklmnt.com/Cambria and get a free sample pack of all of their flavors. So you can figure out which flavor is your favorite. You can mix flavors like I'm doing right now. I'm actually really excited to try this. And with any order, you will get a free sample pack. And it's really delicious too because Element doesn't add any artificial ingredients. They don't add any dyes, anything. It's everything that you need and nothing that you don't. So you get all your minerals and nothing artificial, which I love. So yeah, be sure to click the link in the description box and let's try this out. I'm actually really excited. Let me go fill this up with some water. Here we go, the moment of truth. I'm so excited. Okay. Stop. Okay, I just made a winning flavor. I don't know why I have never thought to mix them before, but it's perfect. It's literally perfect. It's a perfect combination. Raspberry orange. Is that a flavor combination? Is that even a flavor combination? I don't know. But it is now because this is so good. My sister actually wants to go grocery shopping with me. I just plan all of our meals, which that's one of the things that I do is I just check what we have. If you saw my crock pot, actually, I don't know if that's coming up first. I think it went up right before. Crock pot video will be up or coming up soon. And the chicken noodle soup is to die for. It is the best chicken noodle soup in the world. It's the best. So I wanna make that again really bad. So we're gonna make that this week. We're gonna do the chicken noodle soup. I wanna make the shepherd's pie in the crock pot again. Ow, I just gave myself a paper. Actually, like paper cuts kind of like gross me out. Like other cuts or wounds, like I'm like, okay, which, you know, but there's something about like this, the time, I just don't like it. We're doing shepherd's pie. We're doing the Greek chicken bowls. We're doing burrito bowls and avocados. Avocado bowl tonight and then shrimp bowls. Let's go. Okay, we have a massive grocery haul. I gotta put all this stuff away like right now, so we're gonna do this nice and quick. So we have some romaine, we have some Bartlett pears. These are so good from Sprouts, these coconut rolls. I love the ingredients in them. And then some sweet plantain chips from Trader Joe's, carrots, some oranges, tomatoes. I really wanna make like a BLT for lunch because it's actually getting late in the day and we grocery shopped for hours. So I think I might make like a BLT for lunch, or I might make some of this, which is another thing we got, the cheddar chicken sausage, this unexpected cheddar. I've heard this is really good from Trader Joe's. So grab that, some prosciutto. I've been loving prosciutto, some organic ham from Trader Joe's. We have some blackberries. I didn't know this, but Costco has MCT oil. So this is amazing to know because it's organic, and I love MCT oil for swapping out for canola and cooking. This is amazing, and I did not know that they had it at Costco, and it's definitely the best price. So that's incredible. We got some extra virgin olive oil. We have some organic orange juice from Trader Joe's. I really like these Murasaki sweet potatoes. They are so yummy, and they have such a good flavor from Trader Joe's. And then we have our oysters, super high in zinc. I remember I used to like this bacon. I haven't bought bacon in a while, but I saw this Black Forest bacon and I figured that would just be a really quick lunch to whip up. And I remember I feel like I used to really like this, but it's been so long since I've had it, so we're gonna try it out. And then we have some organic turkey. We got some more acai packets. So yummy. How funny is that? The first day of fall, I make an acai bowl. It's so hot. It's hilarious. Okay, so we got a pineapple. Pick this up from Costco. Some white mushrooms from Costco as well. We have some of our guava nectar. This is amazing. I love to make my jello with that. Really good. We have our Greek yogurt. Super good source of protein. Some eggs. I was so surprised to see this. Costco has organic pumpkin for such a great price. So we can make all of our pumpkin bread, and then we have our vanilla extract. This is really good. Got this from Sprouts. I love this. I think it's called skyr. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's super high protein yogurt, and it doesn't have that tanginess that Greek yogurt does. So I really like it for breakfast. That's what I had for breakfast this morning. And then organic coconut milk from Costco. Love this. And then I picked up some organic oats. I've been wanting to make oatmeal, so it would be really fun to do maybe like a pumpkin protein oatmeal or something. So organic oats from Sprouts. And then this pink coconut water is so good. I really like this. This is a very good deal. So the Harmless Harvest is amazing and I absolutely love it. But this is just a better deal. So, and they have this right now and they don't always have it, but they've been having it lately. So I picked that up. And then we have our cottage cheese from Sprouts as well. Super easy, quick snack, good source of protein. They were out of the milk that I usually get, which is the raw milk. So my sister told me that she likes this one and I do like Strauss as well. And then this gnocchi from Trader Joe's, it was really good. I made this recently in actually the crock pot video, which was funny because it was like kind of not a crock pot recipe, but it was really good and I want to make that again. And then I picked up some yeast from Trader Joe's, more eggs, more oysters, frozen peas because I want to make shepherd's pie again. Super random, but I've just been trying to get easier ways to get protein in. So I grabbed some turkey burgers from Trader Joe's and then Kalamata olives. I've been loving those for making the little Greek bowls that we were doing. Collagen, some heavy whipping cream, avocados. These are so good. I love this. I'm going to make that chicken noodle soup again. And it's so perfect because they only had one left. So I grabbed it. And then we have, I just already dug into the salsa. I was so hungry. So pineapple salsa because I grabbed some siete chips. Super yummy. And then of course some bananas. We have some blueberries. I grabbed those from Sprouts, and these are amazing from Costco right now. These organic red grapes are so tasty. So that is our big grocery haul. Oh, I forgot one more thing. This is a really good brand too. If you can't find Jovial, love this brand as well. So they're really good as well, along with Jovial. So that is our big grocery haul. We got to put all this away and get it into the fridge and freezer, and let's do it. Totally forgot we got frozen blueberries as well from Costco. Okay, back from grocery shopping. Took quite a long time. It's so warm outside. I'm excited to try this unexpected cheddar. Meester wants it too. He just jumped on the chair. People really like this. We'll see. Ooh, oh wow. That's actually really good. And then I made a chlorophyll water with some coconut water and lemon. It's so refreshing. There's something about the lemon chlorophyll and then even the coconut water. It just makes the most. Honestly, it's delicious. It's a delicious drink. I love the chlorophyll because of the copper, and I love the coconut water, obviously, because of naturally occurring electrolytes, all the electrolytes all day long. And then the lemon is really good source of whole foods vitamin C, so it's just really good, especially this time of year too. And we have fresh lemons that grow on our tree, and they are just so good. And there's something about all of it combined, because the chlorophyll on its own, it's not bad, but it's just, it's really... That's a very difficult flavor to describe. I want to say bitter, but it's not bitter. It's just a really unique flavor. To me, it's not like, oh, gross greens. Like when you think of greens, it's not like gross. It's just a very, on its own, like it's not yummy. It is really good when you mix it with the coconut water and the lemon. And there's something about the coconut and the lemon. It's like this sweet but citrusy, refreshing. It's so good. Honestly, it's wonderful. I'm gonna finish eating lunch. I really need to study. And then because I love this, I love my planner. It just keeps me, I don't know what I would do without my planner now. And I actually even write, like I write down like chlorophyll water, carrot, daily bread, sunrise walk. I write all that stuff down, and honestly, it just helps me to, it honestly just helps me remember and keep track and be like, did I have my chlorophyll water today? You know, it just kind of like puts it in my head. So chlorophyll water, check. Carrot, haven't had my carrot yet, but Meester loves our carrot, so we'll have our daily carrot later. And then I did our grocery shopping and I meal planned, so that's awesome. And then study and full body weight, but we'll move that tomorrow. And then if I can just study and hopefully take that quiz, that will be huge. So that's probably gonna be for the rest of the evening. And then it's already 4:15, so I'm not even sure what's happening for dinner. But I'm kind of eating a really late lunch right now, so.
Summer rain on the window. Watch the time float on. Cool air blows a memento as I fall.
We ended up going to the beach, which was so much fun. I'm gonna feed Meester right now. I read a book, it was so nice. Bo got in the surf, it was super spontaneous. I was gonna study and I just thought, you know what? It honestly sounds really nice to just chill out at the beach for a minute, decompress from the day, enjoy the ocean and the salt water, and oh, so refreshing. Just putting my feet in the ocean, it was wonderful. And Bo was on dinner duty tonight. Chef Bo, it was so funny. I always joke saying Chef, you know, Chef Boyardee, Chef Bo, and Bo was saying how that was like, he loved Chef Boyardee when he was growing up. It was so cute. We were just talking about that in the car. So he's gonna do dinner and I'm gonna study. I always put a little bit of hot water in Meester's food just to kind of make it soft for him. Okay, that was too much water. Well, thanks, honey. Okay, so we are currently having an internet outage. So I was gonna study and then the internet was being so weird. So I looked into it and I heard back from our internet people and we're having an outage in our area. Our whole area is affected. So no studying for me, which is a bummer, but you just gotta roll with it. So that's okay. But I'm not really sure what, I guess just chill. Maybe I'll go take off my makeup, go do a magnesium bath. I don't know what to do. That's so dumb. That sounds so dumb. I was reading on the beach, but I was just really looking forward to studying. So I don't know. I always feel like, you know, okay, before Pinterest, before phones, before any of this, like smartphones, I feel like I had my own Pinterest. Like I remember I had a binder that I had and I would make lists of like 100 things to do on a rainy day, or just like a list of like things to do when I'm bored. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe that part of me needs, that childlike imagination needs to come back. You know, like that's like the original Pinterest in your mind. Oh, there's a big spider in our kitchen. Bo, there's a big spider. Bo. Babe, it's going down the behind. I think it's gonna go on the floor. Oh no. There is nothing worse than a spider roaming the house and you don't know where it is. You go back outside. Too many problems. Spiders, internet outages. This book book. This book just came in the mail from Amazon today, right before we went to the beach. Stop. Did that just work? I just set you on pillows. I'm just getting ready for bed, and I'm going to read some more of this book that I started at the beach earlier. It's called Rembrandt is in the Wind by Russ Ramsey, by Russ Ramsey. I thought I was reading who it is forwarded by, but I picked up this book. I loved art history in high school. I loved it. It was the one subject that I just wanted to take, and it was an AP class. So I took it, even though it was an AP class. I really, really, really wanted to take art history. I love art history. I was reading this, and I don't know why, I've just kind of been contemplating and thinking about just time and just how we spend our time and what we do. And I feel like for a lot of years, at least for myself, I always was struggling against time. I felt like I needed to be productive. I needed to get more done, or I didn't have enough time. And I was always so stressed out and trying to live, a purposeful life, and I got to get it all done. And it was very, I've just been thinking about that and kind of reflecting on it, and like just kind of sitting with the question, like, what does it mean to live well? And what does that even mean? And obviously it intersects and absolutely has, to do with how we spend our time, because how we spend our time and how we spend our minutes and how we spend our days is how we spend our life. And I just think about deeper things. I think about one day when I'm not going to be here anymore, and I know that might sound kind of like morbid, but the reality is I approach it from like a very joyful perspective, because that means that I want to live so joyfully alive to the miracle that this minute and this moment is, that in light of this temporary time on earth, but also in light of eternity. It's not just the temporary time on earth, it's in light of the eternal. And so I just find that it's so fascinating that we do have this very interesting relationship with time. And I'm not sure if it's like I don't know if this is like age of like this crazy productivity and kind of justifying ourselves and justifying how we spend our time. And I almost found myself doing that earlier when we went to the beach at the end of today, and I just thought to myself, I'm trying to genuinely like take it a little bit slower after the book season, and just enjoy God's creation and just enjoy life a little bit more. Go try to do things, even if it's just for an hour, even if it's just 10 minutes, it doesn't even matter. Of today, like we live so close to the beach. I'm like, why don't we go to the beach more, So starting the day with a big beach walk and ending it at the beach, and just going to enjoy sitting by the shore and reading a book and doing that, and not doing it for a productive reason, not justifying it either, not saying, well, I did this and so then I can, and then what does it look like to make our minutes matter, to make our minutes count? Does it have to be a work related thing? And I think that there's kind of like, I don't know, at least this is the things that I'm mulling over in my own head of like just thinking about it earlier. And it just seems like a lot of us are locked in this sympathetic state where our sympathetic nervous system is very upregulated, and we live in this very stressful, very tense, very need to justify why I'm relaxing kind of a deal. And I don't want a life like that. I want to live so intentionally. I want to work hard. I want to be diligent. And I want to, that's why I just feel like this book just nails it even in the beginning. It's so interesting. Everything that I was kind of thinking about, and then it's all wrapped up in the first couple of pages of this book. So it's very fascinating. But of this idea of beauty and a life that's beautiful. I think where this kind of comes down to is I was reading this morning where a lawyer came to Jesus and he said, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And, Jesus kind of responded like, well, what are the commandments? And he basically says to love the Lord your God and to love your neighbor as yourself. And he says, if you do those things, you do well and you will live. He says that to him. And then the next line says, So he got his answer. That was it. There was his answer. And then the next line, it says, but looking to justify himself, he then said, well, who is my neighbor? And then Jesus then tells the story of the Good Samaritan. And then he responds with a question. He says, well, who do you think is the good neighbor? And I just love how Jesus interacts with people. And it's funny, nothing really is new, but we try to prove our worth. We try to prove and we try to justify our behavior. And it's funny because that's not new. You know, it's been happening forever, and it will probably continue to go on forever. And other people can really pressure us to make us, because they have that internal feeling as well. I mean, I do too. I'm trying to, again, you know, shape my thoughts and my, you know, just who I am, not after myself, but after the one that made me. And so therefore I want to grow. I want to change. You know, I want to be different than I was last year, than I even was yesterday. I want God to shape me. And so when we look at rest, when we look at even just how we spend our time, if we are resting in that moment and we're just purely enjoying the moment, and we're feeling the sand beneath our feet, and we're breathing in the fresh air, and we're slowing down. And in my words, we're upgrading our parasympathetic nervous system, and we're breathing. And even that, you know, God breathed life into us in the beginning. It's like, it all matters. It all matters. And the measure of good, it's all relative in a sense of, is rest good? Is work good? They're both good. And so it's kind of just using wisdom of, you know, we're not going to, like that proverb of, you know, staying up night, eating the bread of anxious toil, you know, or then again, justifying ourselves to earn this rest. I feel like I really want to bring the podcast back now that the book is done. I really want to bring the podcast back and kind of do this a little bit more often, but a little bit more structured and deeper and things like that. Or maybe, who knows, maybe just conversational like this. I don't know, whatever you like. Let me know what you think. I really do want to bring the podcast back. I know you love that so much. And yeah, I hope that you can be set free from this idea of even we want to use our time wisely. This is the last thing I'll say. We want to use our time wisely, but almost like being obsessed with perfectly regulating our time and never, you know, like where it becomes stressful, where it becomes something that actually it almost heightens your, oh, am I spending my time wisely? Like that's, let's breathe a little bit easier. We're human. We are never going to spend our time perfectly. We are, and that's the thing. And that's what it kind of all goes back to this, like broken. We're broken. We're never going to do it perfectly. We're never going to do it. I didn't start my health and fitness journey perfectly. I started out, you know, restricting and then binge eating. And I got lost in this world of, I tried to be healthy and I just went down a super dark path. One of the darkest paths ever. And it's funny because, you know, those areas in our lives, the broken areas, are where we see the beauty. We see beautiful again in those areas because they've been redeemed. And that's what we all long for. We that's what we want. And so when it even talks about redeeming the time, we're not going to do it perfectly. Like we literally aren't going to use it perfectly. And so it's going to be redeemed, you know, whatever we do, whether we're working, we're resting, whatever we do, I just hope that you can do it and you can breathe easily, truly, whether you're working or resting, you're not justifying. That's all I have for now because I'm actually getting pretty tired and I'm gonna read this book. So I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please click thumbs up because it really does help so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Did you turn off the lights in the television?